Everyone, welcome to today's wonderful session. Today, I want us to talk on the topic procrastination. Procrastination is the art of delaying or putting a task at the very last minute, past the deadline. We often procrastinate things unnecessarily, even when we don't really want to. We just procrastinate because that is human's nature for you. And one thing is, when we procrastinate things, at the dying minute, we'll find out that because we have procrastinated this thing, we'll begin to live our life with pressure. We'll begin to live the present moment with pressure. You begin to do things out of pressure because this is deadline. The deadline is here. You procrastinated from the beginning down to the deadline. So you begin to rush, you begin to hurry to do things because now you're doing things out of pressure and not calmly. Now, there are so many dangers that affect procrastination. Further, when you procrastinate things, you begin to delay. You begin to postpone things. Things that are supposed to be done now, you begin to postpone them. And when you begin to postpone things, it becomes very dangerous to us. Now, there are some dangers of procrastination. Number one, it kills time. Now, let me tell you one thing. There is something like this. By 10 a.m., you're supposed to wash your clothes and you're supposed to go out and do other activities the remaining hours of the day. And by 9 a.m., you wake up and you feel so tired and lazy. And you have this feeling of procrastinating this time. Now, when it's almost 10 a.m., you say, okay, let me do it by 11 a.m. You find out that before you know it's almost 11 a.m. and you won't do what you want to do again. Before you know, you say, okay, since it's 11 a.m., let me shift it to 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. And you find out that it will get up to 1 p.m. and you won't do what you're supposed to do again. Why? Because you've procrastinated, and in the process of procrastinating, you will find out that you have killed so many times. Now, this is something. Time is constant. You see, time is constant. Time keeps on moving. Time keeps on moving. Now, irrespective of what you do or what you refuse to do, the time will keep on going. The time will not wait for you. So when you procrastinate, you kill time. The time you're supposed to use to do some other activities, because you have procrastinated, you're feeling relaxed. You've killed this time you're supposed to use in doing some activities. Now, the time you're supposed to use in relaxing, this is time now you want to keep on rushing to do some activities. Why? Because you have procrastinated. And procrastinating kills time. When you procrastinate, you begin to kill your time. You begin to eat up your time because there is 24 hours in a day. There's 24 hours in a day. You have activities scheduled for each time of this day. And if you procrastinate, you find out that you have killed the time which you're supposed to use for another activity because of procrastination. These are the dangers of procrastination. Number two, procrastination steals joy. Now, imagine if you're supposed to do a work at this moment and you procrastinate till the deadline or till when things are now compiled, things are now too much for you, and when you wake up or when you look at these things you're supposed to do at this instant, which you didn't do, and now along the line you find out that these things are now too much for me to do. You begin to feel unhappy because you begin to look at ways how you can do these things and to reduce the burden. But if you had done it the time which you're supposed to do it, or the time which you have set in yourself to do it, you find out that you begin to lighten your burden and you won't get angry easily. But when you procrastinate things, you're supposed to wash your clothes today, you're supposed to clean your house, you're supposed to wash your clothes by 10, you're supposed to clean your house by 12, you're supposed to cook by 3, and now by 10 you procrastinated to 12, by 12 you procrastinated to 3, by 12 you're supposed to clean your house, you did not clean your house because you've not washed, you procrastinated your washing, you shifted your washing time from 10 to 12, and 12 is your cooking time, and your 12 is your cleaning time, and 3 is your cooking time. If you're procrastinated your washing from 10 to 12, And then from 12, because of, and then from when it's up to 12, you will find out that, okay, now it's not time for washing and cleaning. Now these things are now burden to you. Now you won't find any joy in yourself, because you'll find out that you want to stress yourself, and you're trying to do so many activities at this moment, which will bring no joy to you. So you see, when you procrastinate things, it steals your joy. It makes you feel unhappy, feel sad. It will sadden you and make you feel very sad about yourself. The third danger of procrastination is it makes you do little or nothing at all. It makes you do little or nothing at all. Because when you procrastinate things, you're supposed to do 5 activities today, and you postpone 2, or you postpone 3. You find out that instead of doing these 5 activities, you've done 2 or 1, or sometimes as the case may be, you find out that you've done nothing at all. So procrastinate this thing. You find out that it's either you do little of your activities of the day because of procrastination, or you have done nothing for the day. So when you begin to procrastinate, you give yourself extra more stress, and you give yourself less productivity because you are procrastinating things. Fourthly, procrastination breeds fear and enables laziness. When you begin to procrastinate things, okay, now I want us to go back to the instance of having your washing time by 10 a.m., your cleaning time by 12 p.m., and your cooking time by 3 p.m. Because now let's go back to this instance. If you're supposed to wash by 10 and you refuse to wash, you postpone that to 12. And when it's 12, you refuse to do it, and you postpone that to 3. Now, this is it. You've added your washing time, you've added your cleaning time, and you've added your cooking time together at 3 p.m. Now, when you get up by 3 p.m. and you finally gather the strength to do this work, you find out that you begin to be afraid of this work, because now the work now looks very much. The work is now too much for you to do. You begin to have this fear of engaging in the work at all, and because of that, you find out that it's either you don't do the work at all, or you just do a little of it and you leave it. Now, when you see this work, the work is now too much. It has now piled up for you to do. Now you have to do washing, cleaning, and cooking at 3 p.m. Why? Because you have procrastinated the time of your washing from 10 a.m. to 12. You shifted your cleaning time from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. You see, because you've brought these 3 activities together, you find out that you begin to be afraid to engage in it, because definitely when you see too much of work, you begin to be afraid to engage in it, and laziness begin to spring up from you. So these are the dangers of procrastination. The moment you begin to procrastinate, you begin to breed fear. You begin to breed fear and laziness in you. There are ways on how we can stop procrastination. I'll give you 2 ways of how we can stop procrastination. First of all, program your tomorrow today. If before going to bed at night, you have to figure out the list of things you're supposed to do tomorrow, the time, and everything. And once you have figured out these things in your mind, and you keep them running through your mind, when you wake up, the first thing that will be in your mind is to accomplish this, your mission, is to finish this, your task, is to finish this, your goals for the day. Because once you plan tomorrow for today, you find out that once you're sleeping at night, if you wake up in the morning, the first things that comes to your mind is these things you're supposed to do today, that you've planned yesterday. These are the things that will begin to run through your mind this morning when you wake up. And because these things are running through your mind, you will find out that you have no other option than to carry out these actions and to activities. Now, secondly, when you wake up, after you've planned your day, your tomorrow for today, and you wake up, once it's 10 a.m., you've planned for washing. The moment it's 10 a.m., you've planned for washing, get up and wash. It's 10 a.m. Get up and wash. You can set alarm once the alarm rings by 10 a.m. Whatever you're doing, whatever laziness you're doing, whether you're lying down or pressing your phones or doing because most times why we procrastinate is because we just want to feel lazy, we want to relax, want to chill or something. So when you're pressing your phone or you're lying down or relaxing and it's time for washing, you get up immediately and you wash. After washing, you can have extra time for yourself to do extra activities. When it's time for cooking, you get up immediately and you cook. You find out that once you just cook, once you spend that little time in cooking, the exact time in cooking at that particular time you intended to do it, you find out that you have extra time. You have much time for yourself. This is time management. If you can manage your time properly, you find out that you would stop procrastinating. Procrastination kills. It kills joy. You find out that you stop procrastinating. Now, without wasting much of our time, I want us to run through the dangers of procrastination. Number one, it kills time. Procrastination kills time. Number two, it steals our joy. Number three, it makes us do little or no work at all. Our productivity level will be zero or at a very minimal rate. Then number four, it breeds fear and enables laziness. This is what procrastination does. Number four, it breeds fear and enables laziness. Then how to stop procrastination? Plan your tomorrow for today. This evening before you sleep, plan the things you're supposed to do tomorrow at exact time. Yeah, by 10 a.m. I'm supposed to be here. By 1 a.m. I'm supposed to do this. By 3 a.m. I'm supposed to do this. Once you plan these things with exact time, you find out that you don't procrastinate things too much. So thank you very much for listening. And as you listen and then you practice and then you put these things into work and consideration to kill that habit of procrastination. Thank you very much.